so if you hear me over here talking to myself, I'm actually talking to people. Hi, Mel. How are you today? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Hilde. Hi, Bethan. Well, having a good day. The day is only half over here. Hi, Janelle. Welcome back. Did you have a good day? Hi, Debbie. Haven't had dinner yet. It's only 2 o'clock here. We just had lunch. Hi, Christy. No ice cream yet, Ann. Amy, sorry about that. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's only 2 o'clock here. We're going to leave after this and go and... What do we decide? Oh, we're going to have an early dinner and then get the ice cream on the way back. Yeah, big time difference. Big time difference. Hi, Linda. Thank you. Oh, Australia. What time is it in Australia? Of course it's another new start. Let's see. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So I didn't have very much success with my new start this morning. You know, I thought, oh yeah, I'll sit and stitch for 4 hours and get a nice chunk done. So that's what I got done while we were talking. I had to frog that numerous times. Hi, Pat. Glad you're back too. And then I decided to give that Jessica stitch in the middle. There's a big round kind of swirly stitch in the middle. It took me 5 times before I got that right. I will do a video of that though, just to kind of show you. I'm glad I practiced first. So we shall see how far I get with this new start. This one is BG 1874 from Samplers Not Forgotten. And I am going to be working on the alphabet. I hope I can handle the alphabet a little better than I did the swirls on Serenity. I wasn't very serene, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun this morning. We are going to sit and chat and talk. So I've substituted a lot of Mrs. Sada's silks for the called for silks. And you can see, I thought that that was actually a black, but it's actually a dark blue, an NPI. So the silk I'm using, again, Mrs. Sada's. It's a blue, but it's not real dark. But I think it's going to be really pretty. I have an A done. Yay! So what are you guys working on? Are you stitching with me? Thank you, Mary. We hope to be in Arizona in the not too distant future. At least passing through. So what did you get, Michelle? Did you get enough toilet paper? Give me stitching and ice cream and I'll be good. Well, I guess toilet paper is kind of an essential, but we stopped up at Costco long before this. No crab legs yet, Dee. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. We just finished lunch. We'll be going out after this, heading up for an early dinner. Oh, the linen and threads mystery one this year is so pretty. The color combinations I'm seeing, just outstanding work by everybody. It's tempting me, but not that much. Yeah, you've got a bit of a time difference here. Hey, Sharon. I'm going to try and get more done on this one. We'll see. I'm hoping the alphabets were a little bit better. Pickle yourself through quarantine. Well, that sounds good. Shouldn't you be smoking that? No, it's already cured. You don't need to smoke it. That's a good idea. Hey, Mike, you want to come and read the comments to me while I'm stitching? I think I know the answer to that.
No.
No, he says. I hope you all can hear me. Somebody had a problem hearing me a little while ago, or at the morning one. I'm trying to talk loud, but you know, not enough so that all the neighbors hear. And hopefully we won't have any kids screaming. We did have a car alarm going off not too long ago, but that stopped. So yeah, hoping to get more done here. Oh, which What news chart did you get? Oh, it was just pouring down rain here. Maybe I sent it over to California, huh? Nothing like a nice rainy day to sit and stitch, though. We won't complain. Hey, Lisa! Sorry I didn't answer your last text. I was getting my A done before I started. Nice. I have a friend that has done, I think, pretty much all of the shepherd's bush stockings for her family. She had a picture that she posted of all of them together. It's amazing. Oh, I bet you that's pretty, Charlotte. It's raining where are you, Hilda? The sun is actually trying to come out here now. But that's okay. It's passed over the building, so it's not going to glare. My hair doesn't look too white right now. A little bit in the glare from the windows. I'm going to try and get another stitch in. Live in action. It's kind of scary. Oh, it's number 16? Oh, you have done a lot. That's awesome. They are so pretty together. Oh, you know the thing with letters, you always have to decide what direction to go. Hi, Lynette. Fish City. That sounds interesting. Oh, in El Paso. I remember that because you gave me your address. I will get that chart to you, I promise. I have a couple of different Hawaiian island ones. You may get both of them because I have a duplicate of one of them, so I don't need to be stitching both. I don't think they're all the same. Oh, nice. Sounds like a perfect thing for somebody with the name of Crafty at Librarian to be working on. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do have a little bit of news, kind of, sort of. We haven't heard back from HR yet, but is Humboldt, Texas close to San Antonio? But Mike heard of another mover that the government does work with, so we called them when he got home, and set up the, they actually did a quote over the phone. So like we kind of gave them an idea of, well, we told them pretty much exactly all the furniture we have, and then kind of a guesstimate of how many boxes that we're going to have. And okay, so not far from San Antonio. Yeah. And so they were able to give us an estimate over the phone, none of this coming out, doing a survey, and then scheduling. They did an estimate over the phone, and we scheduled our move for the 27th, so 2 weeks from tomorrow. And that kind of boggles the mind. Now, we did ask them to pack us up with the understanding that we are going to try and get as much packed as possible. Oh, that's going to be pretty, Lynette. And so we can tell them like up to a day before what we've done and how many boxes we have, and they'll kind of deduct that from whatever we have to pay. We did decide that we're going to ship the Jeep over, keep the Jeep that we have and ship it over, just because the, you know, with the financial markets being what they are.
Hi.
That we didn't want to necessarily take on, even though we'd be buying a used vehicle, we didn't want to necessarily be taking on something that, you know, we'd have a loan or, you know, whatever. So, yeah, we'll just have the Jeep shipped over. Everybody's saying hi, Mike.
Hi.
He brought me flowers earlier for those that didn't make the morning live chat. He's a good guy. I thought he might be stopping to bring me ice cream, but instead he stopped and got flowers.
Well, because
and
ice cream's already on the schedule, so you know.
We mustn't mess with the schedule.
No.
That and cat food. Flowers and cat food were the
And rice.
And rice. the important things. If we're quarantined, we're good on rice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we tried to order cat food from Amazon, and we got one box, but the others, what happened to them?
Was it lost?
They got lost. You know, I think we've had more things get lost out here than any place else we've ever lived.
Shocker.
Yeah, there's something about all that water in between us and the rest of the world that causes problems apparently. But yeah, so 2 weeks. Hopefully, I'm saying definitely. Of course, my thinking positive hasn't really done us any good up till now, so for what that's worth. Dee, now, are you still at work or are you home now? Is this, oh, we have a Stitchy weekend. Now, is this the weekend? You're going to California, right? For the Planner Con? Is that still on? Oh, she's not saying. You should be about due to leave if you haven't left already. Yeah, I forgot. Sunday is when we have a Stitchy get-together planned. So 2 weeks and 1 day to an LNS. Well, no, 2 weeks to Phoenix. So I was wondering if it got canceled. Okay, we won't cancel our little Stitchy get-together, but I am taking wipes to clean off the table before we sit down. I'll try and get there early to clean it all off before anybody gets there. So yeah, we do go to fly into Phoenix first. We will be staying overnight at a hotel, a La Quinta down by the airport that takes cats, that does allow pets. La Quintas always allow pets, if you ever need to know that. So we'll stay overnight there, and then Mike will go to the rental company and get a vehicle because we need something big to handle the cats in their crates. Drive out to his parents' house in, oh, Lisa. They said flights are canceled. Now, Lisa, where are you? I know you just told me, right? Don't say that, Lisa. Oh, God. This is our worst nightmare if they start canceling flights. And did they say what airlines? Oh, that's right, Georgetown. Did they say what airlines? And was it for anything in particular? So yeah, then we drive from the airport out to Mike's parents' house, although they moved to their new place on the 25th. So, Mike just said. So.
We'll manage.
We'll manage.
Somehow we will manage.
The RV is in storage there in Surprise. The storage people, Mike's parents are given the keys to the storage people. What do you mean paddle boat, Lisa? Oh, paddle boat across the ocean with 2 cats. Doesn't that sound like fun? So we can get into the RV and get the cats into the RV. So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes, Lisa. And then we'll just go from there. At least at that point, I know spring training has been canceled, and like I said to Mike, well, we shouldn't have any problem getting a place at an RV resort now. That is if people are canceling trips too, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happens too. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Hey, Carol Ann. So what else is everybody else stitching on? Any other new starts today? I'm hoping Carolyn will hop in here. Carolyn should have a new start for my birthday. She's the one that told me I needed to have 55 new starts last year. Oh, that's a pretty one, Debbie. Oh, nice, Lisa. I haven't gotten any of hers yet. I think everybody else fell asleep. Oh, it's so pretty. They do such a good job with their stitch-alongs. Yay, Andrea. Oh, good, Teresa. Have you stitched with her floss yet, Teresa, on anything else? You're going to love it. It is so nice. Oops, I can't find my hole. So I am stitching on 40 count linen. Oh, yeah. You know, I was getting overwhelmed doing all those new starts. But more power to you. Oops, wait a second. Am I off already? Oh no, that goes down there. Phew. Wait, is that there? Oh God. Oh good. I need to get back to Narnia. It's been left all by its lonesome with all these new starts. Hi Peggy, thank you. How are you doing today? This is a quiet group compared to the morning one. Oh, fun. I have a cousin whose birthday was yesterday. You better get that done fast. Oh, I have so many knit things that hopefully I'll get a chance to wear again. Of course, now it's getting hot in Texas again, so I think I missed spring. I was really hoping to be there to see the, oh, that's no fun, Anne. Put down those dishes and stitch. I'm working on my new start. Where did I put the picture? I don't know how far I'll get, but that's okay. I got a B done, A and B, moving right along. This is the one that has all the pulled threads, like below where the alphabet is. So, but anyways, it's getting hot again in Texas. I think I missed spring. Oh, nice. The forever hate, aren't they all? Yes, this morning one was Serenity by Northern Expressions Needlework. Now it's the one with all the turquoise, the peacock floss from Mrs. Sadas and the turquoise fabric and all that. You'll see more of that at some point. No, Nancy, I don't usually wash anything before I use it. The fancy floss, so the silk, oh yeah, I heard that Kansas is supposed to get snow tonight, that they have a storm, I guess, coming their way, but 60 today, so maybe you'll get some of that. But no, like the silk, if you wash that, you only will wash it in cold water. Yeah, the fancy, I just have never washed it. I think my bigger projects, I usually use DMC anyway, and that's safe to wash. The smaller ones, if I'm using any of the fancy flosses, I don't worry about washing it. I just give it a good ironing. And this, I'm kind of wishing I had ironed it beforehand, but this is a Weeks Dye Works fabric, 40 count linen, and the color is called linen. And I think it's going to be really pretty with this. All right, let me count. You're very welcome, Nancy, anytime. And I do have one of my basics video talks about washing the floss. I think that's the video where I talk about using variegated floss, so that information's out there kind of more in depth if you're interested. So I think everybody must be sleepy at this time of day. It's going to be very big. Yeah, the count, the fabric let's see, where did I have to, here's the size that I had to cut was 29 inches by 14 inches, and that's with a 2-inch border. Thank you. So yeah, this is a big one, and that's even on 40 count, so it'll be a while before I get this one finished. I did get Dorothy Allen finished, if you didn't see that the other day, or I posted, several different places. But I did get Dorothy Allen finished. Isn't that pretty? I actually finished something. Yay. Go me. And now I'm starting 2 new things. Because that's how I roll. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'll get it finished and put together when we get to San Antonio. So that was a kit put together. The design is by R&R Reproductions, the ladies in that, and so the kit was all their fabric, and it's Avera Soie silks. Anybody have any interesting plans for the weekend? Everybody must be so sleepy. Nobody's talking. Or are you all busy stitching? It's easier for me. I just have to talk. I don't have to type. You're going to allow me to get some, oh, whose wedding, Lynette? Nice birthday party. Lots of stitching. Oh, AC Moore. That's where I used to go where I lived in Maryland. That was the closest craft store to me. Hey, Lynette. Welcome. All right, so for you, it is tomorrow. No, wait. It's tomorrow afternoon around 2, right? You have a day on me. Yeah, sad to hear that AC Moore's are closing, but they have an awful lot of competition out there. I sure wish there was more competition here. Oh, nice. Yeah, go to the attic. All right, nice chatting with you. Of course you are. Oh, I'm glad it's helpful, Kathleen. Where are you in Maryland? I don't know your name, crafter. Oh, I bet you're glad not to have to run around someplace. I remember when the boys had all their different sports event. Okay, Rockville. We were down in Arnold for a good chunk of time, and then Odenton. Where at in New York? Are you being affected by any of the coronavirus shutdowns? More and more things are happening, boy. Like I said, we just want to get off of here. Well, that's good. Get off of the island. My older son is in Seattle, and of course I tell him, now make sure you wash your hands, and he's like, well, duh. All right, just saying. Your mother worries. I did hear from both of them today, though. You'll be glad to know.
They are alive.
They are alive, and they remembered their mother's birthday. So, that's always a good thing. You never know. He's loving it. Yeah, he's loving Seattle. He's having a hard time getting settled in his job. So he got hired at 2 places. Carol Ann, we're hoping, well, we have a scheduled move out on the 27th. But
Pending orders.
pending orders, which, yeah, pending orders. Yeah, we still don't have the orders. So he moved there with 2 jobs. The one was a wellness center, and the other one was a spa, I believe. He's a massage therapist. I think the first day he went to work for the wellness center, they only had 2 patients scheduled. I'm not sure what happened with the rest of the week. The first time he went to the second job, they had 1 person scheduled and that person canceled. And of course, he needs to know that he's going to have a steady clientele. And I don't know whether, it takes a while to build that, I understand that. But all the other places that he's worked at when he first started, he had a pretty good list of people to start with. This is back in Orlando. So he went to another place and worked there kind of as practice for a few days. And what did they tell him? They decided he didn't
have the necessary range.
Oh, he didn't have enough variety. He's
things.
only been doing this for about 1.5 years, so he doesn't know all the different types of massage therapy yet. So yeah, he didn't have the necessary range for them, which really they would have known of. I mean, they would have known from him filling out whatever application. So I don't know what that's about. But anyways, he did get a job at a different spa in West Seattle that had the same good pay and good benefits. I don't know when he starts that, but anyways, he's figuring it out, and he's thrilled with it. So he's thrilled, I'm thrilled, right? Hello, Virginia. How are things in California? All good? Everybody's stitching again. So yeah, I hope to get more done on this. Oh, you have, okay, so you're a few hours. I guess I was thinking you were almost exactly 24 hours ahead of me, but not quite. All right. I have a hard time keeping track. Oh, this is interesting. So looking at the alphabet. Oh, another Aussie here. Welcome, thank you. Cali is as expected. California's California. So I'm looking at the chart and thinking, okay, so I have just this alphabet here, right? Oh, hi Linda, welcome back. Yes, the Hanks and his wife are down there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he fares. He's not a spring chicken, and the older ones are the ones that are getting hit by this harder. But anyway, let me see if the picture shows this. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see between the D and the E up there on the top line. There's a much bigger space. There's like only 1 space between the C and the D. There's like 3 between the D and the E. She's throwing me off. Oh yeah, I'm sure he is with everything he does. But yeah, hopefully he does okay. So what this means is that I have to count more when I get to the D and the E. Ain't not that old. Oh, I'm sure they are. Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of universities now that have closed. More and more every day. And of course, Disneyland is now closed. Universal Studios. So many. Thanks, Lynette. So many are closing. It's Mrs. Sadis silk in number 58. The pattern actually calls for like a darker blue. Oh, the Grand Prix was canceled in Melbourne. It called for a darker blue, but I don't have a navy that dark. I am going to have to order some of the silks because there's not anything close enough with Mrs. Sadis to use. So this isn't quite as dark as the call for, but it's such a pretty blue. I'm going with it. Sometimes you just got to be a rebel.
You rebel, you.
I'm a rebel. I'm a stitching rebel. He's 63, yeah, so he's getting into that age where they say you need to be careful. So, but yes, I'm sure he is well taken care of. Did you see somebody posted a picture on Facebook that somebody in the hospital staff gave him a Wilson volleyball with a hand print on it? So he has his own Wilson to keep him company. That was adorable. So yeah, it looks like we are going to be packing this weekend, which is good. You know, it feels like we're getting things done. I had mentioned in my floss tube video Tuesday, I am a rebel without a clue, as Mike always likes to say.
Oh, that's neat.
That's him. That I was going to change up the format a little bit on my videos, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to do a short video every day, kind of like Christine of Stitch All the Things does. A short video every day, just going over kind of my progress from the day before, so that I don't have to sit, and then I'll be able to just compile it all together when I get a chance to sit down, so that I'm not like, I don't have this huge chunk of time that I have to take out of everything else. I'm hoping that that'll work out. I'm also going to be doing little videos here and there of kind of stitch with me videos to kind of insert in amongst all of that. We'll see how it works out. You guys will have to let me know what you think. I guess I'm just trying to change things up a bit too, so. Oh, nice. I'm not going to post them daily. I'm just going to record them daily, and then I will, oh, well, yeah, vlog style, exactly. Well, you are being spoiled with some gorgeous silk, let me tell you. You can't beat this. And for the price, too. But yeah, I'm not gonna post every day. I'm just gonna record them, and then I'll put them all together at the end of the week, so that I still have something. Thank you, Carol Ann. I hope it works out. You know, I still want to be able to do something during this transition time without feeling pressured and stressed by it. I don't want to go silent on you guys. I hope I still am getting some stitching done. That is a good question. Carol Ann, I've done a few knitting ones, not very many, just because most of my viewers here are stitchers. So I haven't really done any real knit with me type of things. Hi Lee. How are things in Wisconsin? Thank you. I think the Silks for You and the Mrs. Sadis are fairly close. I've only worked with the Silks for You in that green on green sampler. Remember the one that is the brown fabric with the 3 different colors of silk? If I remember correctly, they are a little bit softer than what I'm like. They pill more easily and braid more easily than what I find with the Mrs. Sadis. But it's been a while since I've worked on that one, so I'm not really sure. I think they have a wider range of more colors, like variegated colors, but they don't do many solids, do they? Or semi-solids, tonals. So, I don't know. It's certainly going to be easier for you to get silks for you. Hi, Pamela. Marsha! Welcome. Hi. Oh, spring in Wisconsin. Did you guys even have much of a winter? I know there were some cold days. I have a friend in Minnesota. And she usually posts on Facebook like when it's really cold. She hasn't been posting very much this winter. Carol Ann, I do have that brioche one where I show how to do both colors of brioche at the same time across the row instead of having to do the one color and then move your stitches all the way back and do the row again in the second color. But that's only something that you're going to do, you're going to try and tackle once you really understand what you're doing with the brioche stitch. It's not something for a newbie for brioche. Yeah, everybody had a pretty mild winter. In my opinion, that's not a bad thing, but yeah, the kids always miss it. Thanks, Pamela. I'm messing up again. I had the first stitch right and then I did the next two wrong. How is that possible? I'm confused. So yeah, hopefully the next 2 weeks are going to fly by, I know, but hopefully I won't go silent on you. And then RV stitching on the road. Whoop, whoop. It'll take us, what, 3-4 days to drive from Phoenix to San Antonio?
I think I figured 4.
4, yeah. I missed that last comment. You know, I would say any type of silks you can get your hand on. You know, Linda, what I'm going to try and do, I think I did mention this earlier, is, and I can't promise in the next 2 weeks, of course. Oh, isn't it a brand new world out here, Pamela, with cross stitch? I think I'm going to try and make my stitching videos, exactly, Kathleen, my Stitch With Me videos, this kind of live video, but I want to try and, there is some kind of software that I can get that will allow me to have 2 cameras running. So like my iPad is what I'm recording this on right now, but also to have my phone so you can see my stitching. But I don't know if the software, like the software that I was told about, is just for the desktop. And my desktop right now is in the bedroom, and it's kind of a darker, you know, it's a bedroom area of the house. So I don't know that I want to do the filming in there. I have to do some more research and see if there's something for the iPad that will allow me to have 2 cameras running. But if I can figure it out, I do want to make my Stitch With Me videos this kind of format, because I think this is cool. We're sitting and stitching together. Oh, really? Well, I've been there to surprise many times to visit my in-laws. Oh, one of the bird ones, right? When did your parents move to Surprise? Have they been there 15 years now?
15 years.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been there quite a few times, so who knows, we might have run into each other. Or maybe you saw me at the attic. Oh, yeah, see, I've never done quilting. I've seen that, but I've never stopped there. Thank you. Yeah, the cottage garden sampling ones are so pretty. I'll get back to my hope one at some point. I made it through 1 strand of floss on this video, guys. Isn't that exciting? This is why you don't get any stitching done at retreats either, because you're too busy chatting. And the stitching you do get done, you have to take back out. What do you mean, Carol Ann? Here, as in sitting here talking with you guys? Well, Pamela, you know, no, Carol Ann, I won't have time because we'll just be stopping for a couple days just to get the RV, loaded up and ready to go. And then we'll be heading to San Antonio. I expect we won't be there more than 2 or 3 days. And then we'll be kind of swamped. As for starting stitching on linen on 40 count, I think I just did it. I've been stitching on this kind of fabric for so long, even though I'm another one that had a huge hiatus in between stitching in the 80s and early 90s and then having my kids and not doing any stitching really. I was stitching on this kind of fabric back then. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks for stopping by. I do have, though, of course, a video. One of my basics of cross stitch videos does talk about transitioning from Aida to linen, actually to even weave, Lugana, Jovelin, something like that. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. So that is there if you want to look at that and get some tips on how to move from Aida to linen to the even weaves. I don't think I realized there was that yarn shop in Surprise. You know, I worked at a yarn store in Sarasota, so I did, whenever we traveled, I stopped at different yarn stores, but I never really looked in that area. I went to, let's see, when Mike's parents used to live in Scottsdale, I know I went to a stitching store that used to be out in Scottsdale. I don't remember whether I went to a yarn store out there either. Hi, Holly. All is okay. We're still waiting. I hope all is well in Michigan. But yeah, so whenever we travel, I certainly stop at different places. But I don't think that... Yes, Mike and I are moving to San Antonio. We have a date to be packed out next Friday. No, 2 Fridays. Woo, I just skipped a week. Night, Pamela. Thank you. Have a good weekend. But he doesn't have his orders yet. We're still waiting on orders. Any day now, which we've been saying for the past month and a half. So, yeah, but we are moving to San Antonio. Wow, 60 degrees in Michigan, too. Thank you, Holly. It's been a crazy winter. It isn't. Thank you. It isn't warming up here unduly yet. I would say it's, for the most part, it's still, when the sun's out, it's still around 80. So it's pretty typical, I think, for this time of year. Alright, now I'm coming to that E that has that big jump. I need to count. Chat amongst yourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I miss? I miss anything? Oh, I couldn't read it all, Hilda. I'm sorry. I wonder if there's a way to slow down. Like the messages only appear for so long. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Not enough cold weather to kill all the bugs. Anyway, the things that you guys type, it will like show and then it fades. Thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen says hi. He's a goofball. Stop that. Oh, Lynette, we used to tell people at the knitting store that when they would come in wondering if they could learn to knit, that you just have to be able to count. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. Let's see, I forget who said they just came in, but this is what I'm stitching. This is my second new start of the day. Sampler's Not Forgotten. And I am stitching with Mrs. Sada's silk. On 40 count linen. Oh, see, it disappeared again. Hold up, sorry. I can go back and read it. No, that was Farewell to Anger, Linda. I have not had a chance to get back to it. It might have something to do with all this designing I'm doing and all these new starts. Night. Off to work. Did you get some sleep? Oh, you work in retail? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you take care of yourself. What was I saying? What was I saying, honey?
Not a clue.
I don't have a clue either. Must not have been too important, right?
Move along.
Hi,
Move along.
Diane. Yes, that, but what was before that? Something before I said good luck to Midge because she works in retail. What did you say after that, Lynette? Oh, I don't remember. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you most wishing for? To move to San Antonio. Oh, my hate piece. Thank you, Debbie. Yes. Farewell to Anger. So yeah, haven't had a chance to get back to that. And I really want to. But I would say every day I kind of look at my priorities, and you know, it's just not, well, again, all these new starts doesn't help. Oh yay, Shannon or Sharon, glad you found them helpful. So yeah, it's calling to me. It is going to go with me in a suitcase. No, I haven't, Lynette. I wasn't aware she was doing it. I know there were so many of us that started it at New Year's. I'll have to look it up. I haven't watched one of her videos in a while. But yeah, it is going to get packed and go with me. It's not going to get packed away for who knows how long. So but that also means I need to pack my Lowry stand in our luggage. We can also mail stuff to Phoenix to be there waiting for us. Oh, okay. Well, she's probably more making progress than I am then. But yeah, I want to take the Lowry stand with me, but it is pretty heavy. Or at least the bottom's pretty heavy. We'll have to talk about that. This, yeah.
Yeah, figure something.
Either have to mail it or, yeah. We have to make sure that we're in Phoenix long enough to get mail. Unless
don't worry about it.
See, this is the kind of things that our brains just get wrapped around. Are you making hand gestures again?
No, that's just kind of we'll figure it out.
Who invited him to this party? Do you see what I have to put up with? Oh my God.
Love me.
It's a good thing I like you so much. They're laughing at me.
We're okay with it.
Hi, Lala. Oh, we are so looking forward to getting into the RV. Here's somebody who wants to know where's a shark fin. Yeah, we cannot wait to be back in the RV, and we're actually looking forward to having to live for it in a couple months until we get a chance to get a house. I like the Lowry stand, even though I'm used to stitching in hand. For something like, thank you, Mel. Welcome. For something like the Hades, even something like this, I decided to start it in hand. I do still have my English garden piece on my scroll frame, my bigger scroll frame. This I'd probably have to mount sideways anyways because the fabric's so big, right? It's 29 inches. But I like working on the scroll or on the Lowry stand when I do have these bigger pieces, just because it's easier, and having the fabric more managed that way rather than having all this on your lap gets kind of bulky and hot after a while. So it's useful in that sense. I certainly prefer still stitching in hand. Oh, hi Gigi. How are things in Brazil? We are just so international. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Have I tried to get Mike into stitching? No. He's not detailed oriented enough for this. Lynette, the cats get used to the RV. They are kind of skittish at first, and they don't really like it when we're moving a whole lot. But once we get settled down, they have their kind of favorite places to stay, and really as long as they're with us, I think they're good. At least that's what I like to tell myself, right? Yeah. It's going to be stressful, the flight back, but it's not going to be nearly as bad as the flight out here. The whole rabies issue and getting all those shots done. We still do have to get a health certificate for them within 10 days of flying off the island. But, that's just a matter. No, he is DOD civilian. He's not military. But that's just a matter of going to the vet and getting that taken care of. I know, in Brazil, that's right, because is it the chief of staff of the president has tested positive? Things are closing here too. It's getting kind of crazy. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit easier. Well, he applied for a different job. And got, he applied for several different jobs and got one in San Antonio. They're standing up a new mission there that he's going to be working in. They fly in cargo because the guidelines, it's kind of crazy. We'll be flying Hawaiian, and their guidelines for animals in the cabin are, I saw that, Mel, yeah. Thank you. That's right, you're in Maryland, it's late there. The guidelines for animals in the cabin is they have to be able to fit in a carrier of a certain size so they can fit under the seat in front of you, right? Well, our cats are big. The breed is Siberian, and they are big. They're a big breed. And their guidelines also say that the carrier has to be big enough so that the animal can stand up and move around and have a certain number of inches of clearance. Well, anybody that's a cat owner knows that cats like to be enclosed tightly, but the guidelines of the airlines say, you know, it has to be this size and this size and this
Total
size.
weight limit.
Yeah, there's a weight limit, and these cats are big cats. I mean, basically, we had no choice for them to go in cargo. So yeah,
In huge crates.
yeah, huge crates that are much too big for them. Service or therapy cats. Well,
Yeah, good luck with that.
the cats, especially Nina, does often think that we need kitty therapy, and she's been right. As today, you're restricted to work from home. Is that what the rest of that said, Mel? It disappeared on me. So, what air base are you working at? Oh, in Los Angeles. So, okay. Yeah. Well, he's not on a base. It's their own facility, and it won't shut down. It's a 24-hour. You know, it might get to the point where, yeah, they are a beautiful breed. Yeah. It might get to the point where only mission essential people would report, but they're not there yet. So, we'll see. It's really kind of a one day at a time thing, right? Which is kind of seems to be how we live our lives anymore. He walks in the door and I say, "Did you hear anything today? Did you hear anything today?"
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah. And then, of course, his parents moving on the 25th adds a different twist to this whole thing. You know? And of course, we've talked to them about, well, you know, at your age, maybe it'd be better. Yeah, I gotta love that DoD life. That's true. You know, maybe it's better if you stay isolated in your home instead of moving to this assisted living facility where you have, you know, communal dining hall. Not that, but they do have their own kitchen. They don't have to go to the dining hall for meals. But the big advantage to this place they're moving to is that it's just down the road from Mayo Clinic. So they will have the best care in the world there, should they need it.
Up the tube.
Yeah, I guess the hospital in Surprise, Arizona isn't the best. Which, considering it's mostly, you know, retirees there, I don't know. Yep, it is the best. So that's, you know, and that's where they've been driving to across the valley every time they've had any medical issues, which they had so many this past year. They've been driving the whole way across the valley, an hour, hour and a half, depending on traffic, to get to Mayo Clinic. So, yep, that's right. So we will actually be happy that they're closer, so they're not having to do that drive. It was in one what? I missed that last comment there. So we shall see. I've made it to the F. You guys are letting me get all kinds of stuff done. Oh, a care facility. Yeah. So the care wasn't good, or? All right, Mel, thank you for stopping in. Lee, I am not, well, no, that's not true. I do have hoity-toity that I started a while ago. I haven't touched it in a while. Raquel, Mrs. Sadis is sending me, Yeah, oh, overseas, that's wonderful. Raquel's sending me a skein of her new color, that deep red, that should be here any day now. And I'm so tempted to start Death by Cross Stitch. That would just be gorgeous for that. Maybe with touches of some other color. I don't know. Are you working on any? I know. I don't think I'm making any mistakes. It was a mess this morning. You know, at least with the Stitch With Me's, when I videotape them and upload them, I don't have to read. I'm just looking down the whole time, so it's a little easier. But this is fun. I love being able to connect with you guys on real time from all around the world. Oh, Life After Death. So have you done Death by Cross Stitch? Or are you doing Life After Death first? Oh, yeah, they all got it. Yeah, see, this is like a, I don't know whether a step down, step up kind of facility. I don't know what the term is, where, you know, they have their contained apartment that has a kitchen and everything. And then I guess you can go to the dining hall if you want to or need to, and then as you need more care, the facility has that care. So it will be good for them to be there. The main thing is being closer to Mayo. Alright guys, let's see, that's about an hour. I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Yeah, the Mrs. Seda silks for all of you. If you haven't tried it yet, I'll try and link it. Remember to link the her store below. It's worth giving it a try. It is shipped from Spain. That's where she's located. Thank you, Marcia. I'm so glad you made it. It's fun chatting like this, isn't it? All right, guys. So I got part of the F done. This is going to be a pretty one. Aren't they all pretty, though? I wouldn't be doing them if they weren't pretty, right? Oh, this is going to be an ugly one, but I'm going to stitch it anyway. How often do we say that? All right, it is about time to go and get some crab legs. Mike's getting prime rib.
Nom, nom, nom.
And then ice cream. We're going to get the ice cream to go and bring it back home for later. Thank you all for being here and keeping me company and wishing me all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Do you want to do one more? What about the shark fin? Somebody requested a shark fin.
My wrist is better way. Bye.
You can tell we have fun, right? All right, I will talk to you again soon, online and other places. Take care. Bye-bye. I figure out how to get out of this thing.